Hello, visuals. Welcome to the Visual Guys, Entertainment News with whatever you called it, Long Chris and not sweating at the minute, Dan. What did you call it?
What?
Your illness. Chris has got the AIDS.
The 100-day cough.
Yeah, Chris has time travelled to the medieval times.
There's a specific name for it, and I keep forgetting what the fucking name it's
You,
called.
Chris can't come round with a common cold. He either has to have basically a stroke.
It's called whooping's cough.
Whooping's fucking cough.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we laugh because you're okay, but...
It's a bacterial infection on the lungs.
How do you get that?
Fuck knows. Oh God, I got it. I've no idea.
Hey, at least to your credit, when you get ill, you get ill. You know, none of this, I've got a snizzle, I've got a headache, you're like, I've been shot, legs ripped off, shark hanging off.
Yeah.
Well, I've been lobotomized, and away you go.
Yeah.
You come round, you do it properly. You you steer into that skid.
I just got on with life. You just got to, don't you?
Well, I completely agree with that mentality. It's just, I can't deal with this when I'm thinking. My mind, literally, I can feel my brain turning liquid. It's currently hot as fuck for me. Chris is saying he's alright.
I'm alright, mate.
Chris has got something to bring up though, but before we quickly get to that, Chris, have you seen that girl that's been going fucking viral online with the dick sucking?
Yeah.
There's this, you don't physically see it, there's a guy doing an interview somewhere in America and he's like, what's a secret in bed to keep a man happy or some shit, she says, and this girl has gone utterly viral because her response is, you got a hook tongue on that, spin on that thing, and everybody keeps fucking replaying it, adding it to this. There's loads of like boys saying she is the chosen one, and it's like you got a hook tongue and spin that thing, and it's just literally took over my timelines on any bit of social media. She is like an absolute legend to people. I don't know if there's going to be a couple of girls out there being like, listen, you can't be saying this because our boyfriends are getting too excited and whatnot, but she's that's how quickly you could become a internet icon and hero in this modern day and age. She basically just said, I'm going to spit on that dick, and the world's like, she's a legend.
Okay.
It's fucking nuts. I'm assuming now that your phone's heard my voice, it might pop up for you somewhere along the fucking lines and whatnot. But Chris did have something to bring up during the... What the fuck is that say? My screen... I don't give her a screen brightness. Chris said he had something to bring up during the entertainment news. I thought it was entertainment news, but it isn't. What is it, sir?
Well, you're a nerd when it comes to Pokemon.
I ain't a nerd. Fuck Pokemon, man. I grew up years ago.
So I'm interested on this character.
Oh.
Right, well, first of all, I'm not going to show you the snippet.
Caption.
Who's that?
That is Porygon, sir.
Right, okay.
That is Porygon.
That's Porygon. So why is Porygon apparently hospitalised 600 kids?
Well, this is very old news. This is late 90s
Yeah,
news.
well, apparently there was one episode with this character in 1997 and the show was shut down for 4 months.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to watch it.
And when it resumed, it was never seen again. Between more than 600 children were hospitalised.
Porygon is a, how can I describe it best for you? You know Tron?
To be fair, he looks like one of them origami creatures.
Well, he's
an origami swan.
He's actually I've never thought of it like that, but you actually are. That's a good valid point in that. Porygon's like the world of Tron, where it's like computerized shenanigans, digitally. He's not a Pokemon of normal biological matter. He's made from like computer genetic kind of shit.
Okay.
And the episode that you're referencing is he caused epileptic seizures. And so you wouldn't be able to watch it,
okay?
Because they went into like the graphics world, the bit world, whatever you'd fucking you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The Ash and Pikachu went into there, and he was doing all this crazy flashing. So kids are sitting down watching their fucking episode of Pokemon with the breakfast and whatnot, and just fucking spazzing out, fucking going nuts. That's what happened. Porygon caused a lot of kids to have epileptic seizures or fits, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
So that's that one rounded off, mate.
I don't think he was the cause of mine.
Well, it could have been. Maybe you've got some subconscious Porygon in the back of your mind.
No, I was at school when I had my first one, so
no, it wasn't Porygon.
It wasn't Porygon.
That clears that up for you. So that's what he did. Kids sat down, and then because that happened, they were like, "Oh my god!" But it was like I said, it wasn't his fault. It was the animation because obviously they made him do something, and he just flashed to fuck. He's got 2 evolutions now. Guess what the second evolution's called?
I'll say the first one's called Porygon.
Yeah. It's not hard when you just think of it so dumb and simple.
Porygon. I'm trying to think computer-wise here.
Just think dumb. Honestly, just think dumb. Don't think. What would the next evolution be called?
I can't think dumb
though. Can't get into my wavelength.
No, I can't get into your way of thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking too much into this, and I don't know why, but I don't know.
Porygon 2. Hey, but then this will throw you off. The next evolution.
Well, obviously it's not called Porygon 3 then, is it?
No, but which you would have thought.
Cyberchip.
No, Porygon Z. It's so weird. Some Pokemon evolution names Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. Oh, beautiful, makes sense. And then some of them Porygon 1, Porygon 2, Porygon Z. That'll throw them off. But yeah, of course. See, there was another one as well. Pokemon. They showed rifles. They got the Savari Zone, and there's where Ash gets all the Taurus, and they showed people with they're basically poachers.
Yeah.
And they had to censorship and ban that. There's a lot of the card stuff as well. When the Japanese cards come out, this makes sense. There's a lot of the pictures, there's a Misty card where it's all sexually provocative and shit like that. So when they come to the Western world, they have to censor and change your cards. They can you put a bit of clothes on that, or can you? There's a Yu-Gi-Oh card in the background where there's a pot of greed, and he's just got a muscular body and a tight little pant on. In America, no, you have to put a fucking dress on him. You can't show that to kids. He's in the fucking background. You can barely notice it. But yeah, that's the Japanese for you, mate. They're absolutely fucking nuts. I'm glad that cleared that up for you. Anyway,
I was intrigued.
do you remember Yuri Geller?
No, what the fuck's Yuri Geller?
Yeah, he was a magician. He was friends with Michael Jackson? He was friends with a big celebrity. It was quite big years and years ago. He used to bend spoons with his mind.
No.
Oh, fucking hell.
I don't do magic.
I don't think he did, mate. He was just a weirdo that come out and be like, and obviously it's just heat that makes them bend, isn't it?
Yeah, you just keep rubbing the tip of it.
But anyway, there's a Pokemon called Kadabra and Alakazam that did that, and he sued Pokemon saying, listen, you've stolen my gimmick, and they're like, this is the thing that's been around for fucking years. But because the lawsuit was going on for that long, Pokemon couldn't print Alakazam or Kadabra on cards because this fucking weird law. I think he eventually lost after God knows how many years, because listen, magicians and shit have been doing that stuff for years. You haven't invented heating up a spoon and bending it. No. I genuinely think that was his claim to fame, was he pretended to bend spoons. So some more weird Pokemon shit for you. I have got something mental down the conspiracy route I could bring up.
Go on,
if you're very...
Intrigue me.
There's, have you ever heard of it's Bible shit as well.
Oh,
there's this... what's it called? The Drake's Passage. It's the southernmost point of South America and the northernmost point of Antarctica. There's a passage of sea that's absolutely treacherous, and you can't go through because of the way that it's. The sea gets bad on the equator. So the closer to the equator, it's all right, and the further away from the equator, the sea gets really rough.
Yeah,
that's at I think they call it the 50% mark or some shit. And the sea's horrible. There's loads of ships that crash there and whatnot. But there's these people on Google Maps and shit pointing out that there's a part of this rock formation that looks like the head of a Leviathan. And there's people for the past weeks of saying, look, if you look at it from the start of the week, it's slowly moving and it's waking up. It's already gets me back to Vikings. Remember that bit in this final season where the girl who falls off the boat and you see the fucking... Gives me them fucking vibes. And admittedly, if you look at it on Google Maps, it does look like the head of a snaky dragon-type creature. Of course.
Is that what I sent you?
You might have done. No. You sent me a cool Godzilla thing. That was bad. See, when you sent me that picture, it took me to a link and it showed me from somebody's point of view on a calm day. When I first looked at it, I was like, what the fuck's this? It was just somebody just sat there, sunbathing, thinking, what the fuck is this? And then I reopened it and it took me to that. That looked beautiful. They were swimming and Godzilla was, the boat and Godzilla was right there.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. That's the thing that I would love, but also be fucking terrified. But yeah, they're claiming this because in the story of the Bible, God made these big leviathans, but he had to kill one because he didn't want them to reproduce, and the other one's been sent into slumber. And people think that it's slowly awakening now. And this whole time, the oil and shit that we've been getting, deep down, is from the body of this leviathan, because there's people claim that we live on the remains or the skeleton remains or whatever of these creatures. Some of them are hibernating still, and that's where we're getting all of our oil and that from. It's fun to listen to, but it is so stupid. There's not a massive... I mean, I'm saying this now, we'll watch his head pop a beer and eat me first and go, oh, I was wrong, wasn't I? It does look like the head of a Leviathan. Like I said, I'll show you a picture and whatnot. But it's...
Dragons has always been a weird conspiracy, hasn't it?
Dragons themselves, you mean?
Yeah. As I know the Japanese are massive when it comes to all the dragon parades and stuff like that.
Chinese.
But it's the question of where did actually dragons come from?
Well, what's this good point you bring up there? Every culture throughout history have always got their own urban legends and mysteries and whatnot. But every culture does always have a dragon.
Yeah.
Which is quite the one thing that solidifies from every time period. Everything they've always got talks of dragons and shit like that. I don't know if it's because years and years ago maybe somebody saw a
lizard.
Yeah, and just added to it. I have absolutely no idea, but dragons themselves are, because you see them fake videos about people. Oh my god, there's a dragon, where you see it flying through the sky and whatnot like that. If you were to tell me that at one point they were real, I would 100% believe that, because we've had dinosaurs, we've had all kinds of weird creatures and shit. I would believe at one point they were roaming around doing shit. Maybe they got too big and that they didn't have enough resources or some shit. I have no idea. But yeah, for everybody to have a story or a myth or a legend about dragons and shit, it's quite an interesting premise. And I know a lot of the dragons vary. The sort of more the Asian dragons definitely look cooler than like the Welsh dragon looks like, right? But like these cool, crazy, long things over in like China and shit, they look fucking amazing.
No, well, that dragon in the Marvel film.
Shang-Chi?
That's the one.
Yes!
That was a cool dragon.
The Guardian, yeah. Oh, he was fucking beautiful. I recently rewatched Shang-Chi just because of how beautiful it is, and I was looking at that Funko I've got of that, and I was like, I'm going to rewatch that. You know, when he first sees it in the water, and in my head I could be thinking, okay, I know he's a good guy, but get me the fuck out of here, please. But yeah, that's a cool looking dragon. You're absolutely right on that. I like the ones that come. Speaking of Pokemon, from Pokemon, because all the stores about like Magikarp into Gyarados, and the story of the fish that swam up the waterfall, and then once it makes the top, it turns into this beautiful. Well, in Pokemon, it's a sea serpent. It's beautiful, elegant dragon. I love the stories that come with it and shit like that.
Are we getting any more Pokemon films?
As in detective-y, or do you mean animated, or
animated? Because what was the last one with the free? The free fucking. Oh, I'm thinking 3 henchmen, but it wasn't 3 henchmen. It was the they were protecting some kind of pyramid or some kind of town.
Which ones did you come with me to see? You saw The Power of You.
Which one was that one?
That was the one that had Lugia. There was the Wind City.
Was that the one with the weird little fucking tree guy?
So the Widow. That guy. Yeah, that was The Power of You. And it had the big yellow sort of cat-looking wolf thing.
So there was that one.
I Choose You, where it had Ho-Oh, the little black ghost one that corrupted. Is the one where... It's going to make the fun cry. When Pikachu spoke to Ash for the first time. Well, the Goosebumps... Chris, well done, mate. Look what you've done. Spoke to Ash about refusing on the Pokeball. Are they not the only animated ones we've seen together?
Oh, which is the one where is it with this? There was a phoenix. There was a
you could be thinking of like.
That's what I'm thinking of.
That one there.
There was like 3 of them. They were like they were protectors or something.
There were 3 of them.
Yeah, it was some. I don't think it was that one.
At the top of my head, they're the only 2 that I've seen with you. There's one that's been added to Netflix. Have you watched any with the nieces and nephews?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I'm sure. I think it was Pokemon.
No, you're probably right, mate. I'm probably doing a really shit job at
fucking as far as I can't remember what creatures there were. I don't know if the one was. I don't know. But there was 3 of them. There was three say Pokemon. That's the word Pokemon. And they were kind of like protectors of this village or town or something.
My head, mate.
I could be caught talking completely shitty.
Fuck.
Right, let's me just Google what films you've had. Even though you're the fucking master on this, so I've not.
Hey, I could be doing a really shit job at remember my own franchise here, mate. There's a story lately in Sword and Shield and the DLCs where we've got the Guardians, the heroes, but they're not really heroes, they're actual big fucking bullies. But they've not been in a film or anything yet. We've had the Jungle film, the what was that called? Secret to the Jungle. What the fuck's his name? Yeah, that fucking shenanigans. I like how we started from the viral girl that's hacked and spinning that thing. Now we're discussing Pokemon films. This is the variety you just don't fucking get anywhere. As you Google, Neil deGrasse Tyson's responded to a lot of the shit that's been on Joe Rogan's podcast, debunking stuff and saying this. Yeah, the science on the other one, the one once again I've forgotten his fucking name. Speaking about debunking his shenanigans and whatnot. I love it when Neil deGrasse Tyson comes on. And I didn't realise, though, at one point, he was a bit of a baddie. And he's got some sexual allegations against him.
Has he?
Yeah. This is from years ago. I don't know what happened in the end. Well, I'm assuming they just got swept under the rug. But, fuck me, you look at Neil deGrasse Tyson, just feel like all he would ever do is harass you with science facts.
Yeah.
You could be sat there having a bad day, trying to enjoy your fucking croissant and latte, and it's like, did you know the Earth? And you're like, oh, hang on, Neil deGrasse, mate. I'm just trying to chill for 2 seconds. Stop bending and blowing my mind. No, apparently he was a bit of a naughty boy as well, which is fucking always weird to see.
I can't think of what I was fucking...
I mean, the premise does sound somewhat familiar, but I can't attach it in my mind anyway to...
It might not be a Pokemon thing.
I do love the fact that Chris is bringing up Pokemon shit here and being like, hey, Pokemon conversation, more Pokemon films. You're the one that's keeping me up to date with the live action. You told me there's more Detective Pikachu come, which I cannot fucking wait for. So yeah, like I said, I'll have to... in fact, no, where's your Google? We'll quickly go on. I'll show you now. Go back on Google.
Okay.
And type in...
what am I typing in?
The Drake Passage. If you do it on Google Maps...
Drake Passage.
Yeah, I think it's just called the Drake Passage. Or Drake's Passage.
I think it's called Drake's Passage.
Not to be confused with
no.
Drake himself and his back passage. But I heard a weird fact the other day that apparently really fat people are bulletproof.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently if you've got 60 centimetres of fat, well, it doesn't make you bulletproof, it just means your fat gets hit with it. I have no idea if that's true or whatnot, but surely I'm a few centimetres away from being if you go into a satellite image... And then zoom out, and then that way a little bit, and can you see what people are on about?
That?
Yeah, it does look the head of a snaky dragon sort of type thing. There's the snout, and then going in and whatnot. I get what it looks like, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's just a surface texture.
Well, there's the white bits at the front of the snout are actual islands.
Yeah, they look like islands.
Yeah. And
yeah, they are. And I see that's the South George and the South Sandwich Island.
South Sandwich Island! Get me fucking there, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been looking for the last week when this person's been putting up videos, and I cannot see any... They're saying it's moving. I can't see any fucking changes in it. It's not moved from Monday to... I checked literally as early as this morning. I can't see any fucking changes. They're adamant. It's a fun story to explore. It does look a little bit snaky and dragon-like. I would happily, as just like a little round the campfire sort of story. But I'm sorry, there's not a big fucking thing there.
It's not. It's just how...
It's just how it looks.
Yeah.
It's just how it looks. It's... What's that place in America called? The big weird rock. Blood... it's like... I think it's in like, the cowboy areas. There's a massive rock, and they're not quite sure how it formed and why it's got scratches on the outside. But there's an urban legend. Bloodstone? Blood... You'll know the picture as soon as you see it. I can't fucking remember what it is. I don't know what big rock in America. If you Google that, it should surely come up. I'm sure it's called Blood something. But the story to go with that, once again, I don't believe it, but it's a fun story to have told. Oh, that's just literally big rocks in America. I'm sure it's called Blood something. Like it's in like the Arizona-y type sort of, maybe like Utah or some shit.
I need something more than just big rock though.
Big unexplained rock, and that big rock formation in America. Why can't we come with the fucking facts? What did you just have a big rock in America there? Just come up with people holding fucking rocks in their hand. What's that there? You get big rock formation in America, in USA. We need to go back to. We need to go to Brimham Rocks in Yorkshire. I think it's in Harrogate. It's so much fucking fun dossing about there. Oh, it's like them. It's one of it's like it might even be that one.
That one.
Yeah, what's that one called?
There's different pictures. There's a spider rock, a balanced rock.
It might even be
the west, and
it's called the Devil's Rock.
The Devil's Rock.
Yeah, it's called the Devil's Rock. 100%. I don't know where I'm getting blood from.
Interesting.
Or the Devil's Tower or some shit. It's the Devil's Summit. That's him. That's him right there.
The Devil's Tower.
Yeah. You see the weird lines on the outside. The story goes that there was a massive giant bear and it was chasing these people out of the town, and they got to the top of that and he was clawing away at it. Like I said, it's not true, and it's just a fun story to explore. But yeah, the Devil's Tower. You sure have seen that before? There you go. Chris has got the picture of it there. I absolutely adore these crazy ancient stories from way back in there.
So if it's called the Devil's Tower, what's it got to do with the bear? Is it not called the Bear's Tower?
I think it's just a story that went with it. I have no idea what it's got to do, unless the bear was supposed to be the devil in disguise or some shit.
Right, let me just see. Right, there's numerous stories about the tower passed down through American Indian cults. Throughout popular culture, would be labelled the myths or legends. The most appropriate term would be called the original histories. In many cases, these stories help connect people. It just tells me about the fucking thingy. Right, okay. There we go. I can't pronounce that word. A chieftain. Cheyenne. Native about the tower, where a man rescues his wife from a giant bear, which the helps of his 6 brothers.
Yeah, it's a fun story. Well, if it's true, it's not fun for the people in the story. But I love little landmarks like that have got these urban legends tied to them. I was obsessed with banshees when I was younger.
Did you ever watch the program Banshee?
No, I never watched it.
With Homelander.
Was it? Andy Starr in that?
Yeah.
Fuck me, I'll watch it now. No, I didn't know.
It was good.
Is that actually about the folklore, or is it just called Banshee?
No, it's called Banshee. It's basic. It's set on a town. It's called Banshee.
What is it? Mysterious or is
no,
it
no, he came out of prison, but I think doing a heist or whatever. Ends up going to this little town. But as soon as he enters the town, he goes to a bar. One of the there was a cop in the bar as well who recognise him, and then the bar gets shot up, and then he ends up being the town sheriff.
So he looks after the town. Is this
kind of
times as well then?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you've got Amish who live in the town. It was also drug dealers and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought you said that the Amish were going to be the drug dealers.
The Amish are the drug dealers.
What the fuck? That premise on its own is nuts. They usually just shit and collect bottles of piss and be like,
I know.
We live off the land.
I know.
What?
But whilst he's also in town, he's trying to connect with an old friend who did this heist to try and get the money back. Because it was his ex-girlfriend, and it was his father that it was her father that gave them the heist, and it was him that ratted them out. So it's kind of that situation.
Is it good?
It's only 4 seasons. It was out a while ago, but it's good.
I might have to check that out. To be fair, you just Anthony Starr, because before The Boys, I didn't have a clue who he really was. So, but no, banshees themselves. Did your parents ever tell you that? What's a banshee?
I've not really looked into it, but I've watched 1 or 2 films with this fucking weird flying creature that comes at you.
It's
what film was it?
I think there is a film called Banshee.
I think there was.
But my old house back down south would always give me the frights, because where my bedroom was, you'd come out and then there'll be a window and you could see, and the next thing next to us was about, I don't know, from bottom of my street, a gap of field, and then it was a church, and there was always a light on, and then, when the wind was probably, I was running into bed and fucking shutting my door, and you'd always hear my mum wants the banshee, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, I can't go to bed. I'm just so terrified. So little urban legends, myths and whatnot like that are always, if you tell me that build or that area's got an urban legend to it, I'm instantly drawn like, this is fascinating.
Well, there's a little, just outside Brampton, there's a little village called Castle Carrick.
I know Castle Carrick.
And there's a little hall. Hall, as in...
on the ground?
Not hall. Hall.
Oh, that's my southernness. Hall. There's a little hall.
Hall. Hall. And that's supposed to be haunted.
Oh, is there a story to it?
I don't really know the full-on extent story, but there was a murder years and years and years ago.
Alleged or true?
Legend. There was murders years and years and years ago, and they've just haunted this hall. It's and there's another one that's further down. It's supposed to be the haunted villages in the UK.
Laura tagged me in something. I need to get a picture about the horror thingies for us at Halloween. Remind me afterwards, and I need to show you. Okay. Even talking time freaks me out. When
you and your walking one-eyed fish.
Yeah, when the old women had to help me out, that was one of the most terrifying. Me and Hoggy are just chilling, loving life, paddling along. I'm paddling because I'm fat and unhealthy. He thinks I'm attacking him, pushes me in. I go in, I'm just screaming, help, 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 help. I don't even think I was this deep at this point, but I'm still laying flat. And all I could think of was the fish and the alleged town. Because Netflix brought out that film not long ago, didn't they? The scuba divers go down to this abandoned house at the bottom of like a lake or something. That's haunted. And it's like, this haunted's underwater. I don't have to worry about fucking sharknadoes and fucking jaws. I don't have to worry about ghosts.
Yeah, there's a little town in the lake. And there's also, I think there's also a little plane that's crashed down.
Someone mentioned like an aeroplane or whatever that's down there.
There's no one-eyed fish.
God, mate, it doesn't matter. You can tell me there isn't one. To you, Blue, you can tell me that there's 100%. Even if you said, Dan, there's no animals in there. Now, sorry.
There's animals.
No, I'm just saying, even if they're, for whatever reason, it was just water and rocks, and that's all it was, and it was scientifically proven, I would still, I'm paddling away, and everything that slightly touched me, I'm thinking, it's this fucking thing. There was lunatics swimming in it, I don't know, doing some sort of training or whatnot, and I'm just thinking, get me the fuck out of it, because it has, like, I like going to Talking Town at night, it does have a feel and a presence about it, where you sort of like, what if there is something, like, I told you so many times when we used to go on holiday with Loch Ness constantly, and I'd go at the water, put my finger and run back out and be like, oh no! And I'd come back out and I'd sit there for ages and I'd go back and oh no! Still remember it. Now, again, you can sit there and say it blue in your face. If there's never been a Loch Ness monster, to me, there will always be a Loch Ness monster.
There's supposed to be something in Ullswater Lake, but I don't really know what.
Like, where's them caves at? That are near here? It's got like the bits you can go in where like there was monks and that there. Wetherall Caves?
I don't know.
Wetherall Caves sounds like it's a familiar thing. And that fucking, again, that's just like monkey, weird, not monkey, as in monks. That always gives me the heebie-jeebies. I've never liked that. Fucking disgusting. But yeah, urban legends and shit, just...
Wetherall Caves, aka Saint Constantine's cell.
Yeah, that shit, that fucking freaks me out.
It's only up the road.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Say, aren't there fairy steps or some shit near us? Or there's the fairy what or something like that? Which again is another oh my god, the sun's slowly going away. Thank fuck for that. Keep fucking out, you bastard! It's gonna come back next week to just plague us when I'm at work.
Yep, it's gonna fucking haunt you.
Imagine that, your biggest feet. Is there Japanese people living here?
Probably.
It sounded like a very much Japanese accent. And I'm thinking,
Always.
Oh, what you done? What have you done?
I'm not really a big fan of them, but episode.
Are we going racist?
No. This episode I thought was quite funny, when it comes to fucking. Oh, what do you call them?
What is this a show we're about?
Yeah. Where.
Oh, that was a bit of a sinister laugh, that, Chris.
Oh, what the fuck's the show called?
And you're not a big fan of the show?
No. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called now. But it was on TikTok. And they were waiting at the airport for Martin Clune. And they just sing a little song, and then it's a British.
Yeah, you're on about Little Britain, lads, yes. But it's not Little Britain. It's a show that did after Little Britain. It's Matt Lucas and I know what you mean. Yeah. It's I don't know quite.
Just sitting at the air, standing at the air. We made a song for it. Play song, no, shy, play song, shy.
Yeah.
Martin Clune.
Yeah.
Martin Clune, Jing Jong.
They did all kinds of characters and that where it's very cancelable.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Not remember in Little Britain where they had the village person and they'd say, oh yeah, the lovely Indian lady down the road made it, and after the event they start spewing up and you're like, I don't know if this is I'm laughing, I probably shouldn't be. It's like it's just happened at the Euros. The Netherlands fans are dressed up as Ruud Gullit. I don't know, you probably know who that is. No. He's black and it's white people that have dressed up as him. So they've put the paint on and shit like that. And it's obviously caused a bit of controversy because people are saying it's blackface. Ruud Gullit himself's come out and says, I don't know why people are bothered. They're just celebrating, me as because he was a great player. I'm not bothered. And it's a weird question. I was like, is it racist? I can hear Laura now screaming at the TV. Yes, it's fucking racist. But if the person they're dressing up as isn't bothered and it's like, yeah, they're just pretending to be me. I don't know where I'm like, okay, what do we do then? Do we go in great costume? I remember bringing it up to you years and years and years ago. Say we went to a con and I dressed up as Miles and I went the full shebangle. Yeah. Or somebody did. Is that then being racist? Even though they're dressing this character which they clearly love?
I don't know nowadays. It's a sketchy one.
Because again, I'm speaking from somebody who can't speak on that side of the fence because I've not lived that life. I don't look that way. I look like this. Yeah. But if somebody of a different race dressed up as me and put white paint on and give themselves a gut and a receding hairline, I would find that funny. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Does it context matter? I have no idea.
No idea.
These three lads at the Euros anyway, they dressed up as it and it caused some controversy. But the person they were dressed up as wasn't offended, and I was like, well, that's fine then. And I'm sat there in my bedroom questioning myself, asking the dog. I'm thinking, is this all right? It's weird as fuck. It's one of them ones where maybe it's one of the ones where you look at it and you go, I'm just going to stay away from that because I don't know what's the right answer to shit. Laura will definitely be getting a full debrief on it when I see it tomorrow.
Probably.
Not that she's the gospel and everything. It's just she's the closest to being proper in this day and age that I know as I'm fucking doing this.
No, you're representing Hitler.
Yeah, it looks like I'm fucking Zeke-Island. I'm trying to do a line. I had a fucking weird experience driving home yesterday. I'll tell you about it off camera because some
riding home.
I got a lift.
Oh, okay.
Well, speak about it off camera because some of it's a bit like.
Okay.
I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
Okay.
It's fucking weird. There's one thing before we go, which we still got 10 minutes. We're speaking about AI shit the other day, weren't we?
Yeah.
Have you seen the videos that AI have made of live action Simpsons for Family Guy?
No.
Oh my god, it's fucking. It's like that is brilliant because that's actually how I see it. I'll have to show you them. But it's somebody went into AI says make the Simpsons live action, and you're like. It did it in the span of seconds. It gave it a dialogue, it gave it the intro, it gave it the characters, it gave it everything, and it's like, oh my god, that's fucking weird as fuck. But at the same time, like I said, I have to show you the images. The video. It's fucking bizarre. After you got a hot cut, spin that thing. It's fucking. Oh Megan, she's so happy with herself. I bet her dad's out there like, oh my god, that's my daughter. That's my daughter, just telling everyone to hot tune, spin that thing. And there's another girl who looks like her that's been confused as her, and she's been getting a lot of like, oh, you're that girl. She's like, no, it's not me. Everyone's going up to me like, you're the hot turd girl. She's like, no, it's not. But it is. She's a little nasty girl. She's a little nasty girl. But yeah, anyway. I think whatever weird shit, Chris, you got in your head?
That's it.
That's about your lot.
That's my lot.
Apart from me fighting with the weather, I'm liking too many Halloween videos and I'm getting too far excited for that sort of time of year and whatnot when you're kicking off because you're like, yeah, cool. We go walk at the cinema and I'm sat there fucking. Then I'll put the sunglasses on and you're like,
it is too fucking cold.
I could see you shiver, Chris, now.
Yeah. Did you? I'm guessing you watched the football on Tuesday.
Yeah. Luckily, my boss, who actually asked me to go to his house and watch it whilst I was up because I'm about back shift, and I was like. Thank you. We'll just stay at work. He let us sit chill and watch it at work. We ordered a Joy's and that. It's the reason why I hate international football.
It was an awful fucking game.
It's so that not that you can see it. My brand new Newcastle shirt come. Yeah, it was so.
Yeah, if they keep playing how they keep playing, there's no way they're gonna win.
Pokemon crack football crack.
There's no way.
Who are you?
I was
Who the
watching.
fuck are you?
Watching the French game yesterday when I was at Normie's.
That should not have been. Does she like football?
Yeah, she's obsessed with football.
Who she support?
She's a Liverpool fan.
I don't know. I thought you were going to say Liverpool's fine. I thought you were saying some shit.
But yeah, that goal was disallowed, so it was still 0-0.
Shouldn't have been disallowed though. Absolutely horrendous. And
so was he offside?
The guy who was physically in play was not offside, but the guy who there was a player, I can't remember who it was now. He was in an offside position, but he wasn't interfering with play. They're saying he was interfering from an offside position, distorting the goalkeeper's eye line, which you're not allowed to do. So if you've got the ball and everything's fine, but I'm in front of the keeper doing shit, it's not allowed. But he was the left of him. It was absolutely fine. The French literally, not that their fault, but they were gifted that point to finish 0-0, didn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking horrendous.
So England get now play again on Tuesday.
Yes.
Against
Serbia.
Serbia. What time's that kick off? Is that 8 o'clock?
Something like that. It's I can't. I just don't like it. It's boring. It's pragmatic. It's just even the crowd atmosphere. It's just to say. It sounds like the background noise when you're in a nightclub of just chattering. It's not there. If you give me League One Carlisle against fucking Gillingham or whoever, there's an atmosphere. You feel it feels like football. International feels like it wants to be football, but it's like hollow and flat. Like even when people celebrate and cheer, like half the England fans, I don't really give a shit about the match. It's a great excuse. Like I took advantage of just getting out of work or doing it and just having a party and piss up. That's what it's for.
So how do you think Kane's doing as a captain then?
As a captain, he's fine, but I think he's playing with an injury. There were so many times in that game he was out on the far right, and he's supposed to be the centre man. He's supposed to be, get the balls into the box or whatever. He was out on the far right. They needed, I'm not being biased here, Anthony Gordon, Newcastle boy, they needed him on. They brought Ollie Watkins on for the last 20 minutes or some shit like that, and he made a slight difference because we were running at them and we were charging at them. But Harry Kane looks like he's playing with an injury. Like the goal he got was just.
I didn't watch that goal. When I came in from work, I managed to watch the last maybe 10-15 minutes of the first half because I seen them score, and then obviously watched the second half. But yeah, even watching the second half, they were all over England. They kept just receiving the ball straight away, and it's just like.
Well, they go a goal up and then they go defensive. The majority of the play was 11 men for England behind the ball. If you look at the heat maps, they're behind the ball.
Yeah, it was just an awful game for England.
That's what I mean. When it comes to the Newcastle games, when the 17th of August, can't wait. That's when the pits will be going. That's when I'll be stinking and sweating and panicking and ripping my nails. I mean, when Denmark scored, and I personally believe, fucking knobhead, little cunty, he's only got little arms, can't touch a crossbar. What the fucking Pickford? I can't stand that bastard. I celebrated Jade because I thought, get in, you fucking horrible little Mackham cunt. Because he's a little prick. So when it comes to James, he gets pure abused. I hate the bastard.
Right.
He's a fucking Mackham. When we last played them, we beat them 3-0. He's in the crowd and he's just like that. Like, fuck off, you little mong.
Oh, okay.
There's fucking classes. Whenever he comes and Everton play, there's somebody always running up and down as a T-Rex. Because they call him T-Rex arms. And Geordie fans always, that's that song, you can't touch, crossbar, can't, he's already got little arms. He's a horror. So when Denmark scores, like, fucking get in, fuck off, you little prick. The other time, even when England scored, I was like, I really don't care. If Gordon or somebody scores or plays well, I'll cheer because it's our boys doing well. It's Newcastle boys. It's weird. I look at the England badge, even though I'm from here, and I like the country and I like the people and I like the places. But when it's getting represented on something, I'm like, no, I love Newcastle, I love Liverpool, and I love London. But I don't really.
Yeah, England or Great Britain, wherever you want to pronounce it, whatever sport we seem to end up competing in, we're not very good at it.
Yeah, which is weird because we're the favourites in this tournament, and on paper we do have the best team. But if England don't win this tournament, it's the manager's fault. It's not the players' fault. They played Trent, your boys from Liverpool, a right back. They played him a million miles out of position. They've got Foden not in the 10 role. He should. I know this is probably a bit too much football talk for you. Sorry, Chris. He should. He's not currently playing the 10 role and whatnot. The whole formation to get up and set up is absolutely fucking weird. Gareth Southgate does it. Gareth Southgate's getting so memed online because, like I said, he plays safe and pragmatic. He's getting that many memes online. Somebody's put there was a comment that the best one I saw was Gareth Southgate's that safe when he has a shower. After the shower, he still washes his hands, and I was like, that's fucking Beautiful that. Oh, he goes to bed with a Johnny on just in case. It's like, he's getting absolutely hammered and slaughtered online. And to be fair, you're manager of England. You're doing shit decisions and making crap tactical calls. Then yeah, you can fuck off.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, 7th of August, proper football's back.
Okay.
That's what I'm happy about. But anyway, I think it was that. Is that 5 to go down, have some munchy munch.
Yeah, I know.
Get a nice hoodies. Lovely like that, isn't it?
Fucking scorch somebody's eyeballs.
Scorch earth. Yeah, so whatever we've rambled about today, look, we didn't go very heavy and nitty gritty today.
No.
Yeah, you notice the only reason why I've kept my shirt off because I haven't had a chance to wear my Newcastle the new shirt out yet. I want to wear it out, but that material makes me sweat, so I've kept it off.
Well, as soon as you fucking get to the halfway down the street, you're gonna sweat, aren't you?
Yeah, I know, man, but it's this sort of, I don't know what you call that material. Because it's not like it's all football shirts have always made me like fucking sweat and feel minging and shit.
It's a slim fit. Tent on me.
So fucking Castor, who made out, because obviously we're Adidas again now. I had to buy 4XL because their sizings were wrong.
Funky smell.
I haven't wore it yet. Fuck me, mate. You think it's got a funky smell now? I can't smell anything. Try to keep it away from my body.
It's made in Cambodia.
Yes, the Cambodians have done it.
It's a slave shirt then.
Well, to be fair, mate, our club is owned by some questionable people.
Yeah.
But because they're representing this in the hopes for this to get success, I'm kind of turning a blind eye, which is so... Because I'm all up for the world being at peace and happy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, if Newcastle get a trophy, you know... Can you say that name?
Jolene.
Hey, I shouldn't laugh. Poor Newcastle fans have bought a few shirts and they've had some spelling errors. Somebody got Gordon on the back and they put the N and the D the wrong way around, so it says Gondor, something like that. Somebody got a Joe Linton shirt and they've put John Ellenton or something like that. So when mine came, I was like, it's fine, it's bang on. Because I got a little bit nervous, but everyone's going hyped because we're back to the three stripes, we're back to the Adidas. But I love new shirt day, new season day. This is the start of everything. It's where everything's level, everything's thingied. I'm getting nipple-ons, mate. And it's the start of something. This is my outfit. I bleed this.
Should I wear a football shirt?
Yeah, if you're Liverpool have some lovely kits as well. Should definitely, obviously, I don't know if you need to go. It's 110 quid because I pay for that, and I pay for that. Box standard shirt's still 80 quid though. I don't know what Liverpool's pricings will be. I imagine they might even be a bit more because they're a bigger club, so they might be a bit more expensive.
I'll buy an England shirt. We will.
To be fair as well, that black England kit they've got is actually very nice. And you seem to be a very. I like to be in the dark. Come on, son, I'll absorb.
It's not that dark. It's grey.
Well, no, it's just the arms that are black.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, it's just the arms. You are right. The middle bit's fine, but that's the area I would need to lose heat. That's the area. Like I said.
It's quite light. It's quite a light shirt, though.
Right.
So
and
it's breathable.
You're not carrying as much mass.
No, I'm nowhere near you.
Yeah. Hey, you got a nice little pale belly though, like me. Both little pale ales. You need to hit them sunbathes. Poor little Richard.
You see my fucking legs? They're worse. It's like fucking milk bottle legs.
Milk bottle legs. Little Rich at work's going to Greece. Name a famous Greece place.
Crete.
Nope.
I don't know.
I want to say Kavos.
I don't know.
Is that Greece?
I don't know.
He's going to Greece, but the next week when he's going to be there, they're expecting extremely high heat waves of up to like 50 to 60 degrees, and I'm like, are you fucking mental? How the hell can you enjoy yourself?
Might not be too bad because it's over there.
They're expecting wildfires from it.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
But when we get heat over here, it's more humid. Not the heat that kills us, it's the humidity that kills us.
What do they call it? Muggy. It's very muggy.
Yeah.
And everybody always says, we need a good thunderstorm to clear the air. Everybody, I get it. It's like when I'll always go back to, it's not fine rain that gets you wet. Fuck off! I get it, yes, but it's fucking rain still, nonetheless. You fucking knobheads. Toot, toot, blah, blah.
That's that shouting. I was walking down the street.
I said that, what did I say to Laura? We were going about like pride and shit like that. And she says, would you ever go to Pride? I said, I've been to Pride stuff before, but whenever I get into a crowd,
See, it's them shorts. I need some of them shorts.
Mate, they are unbelievable. That's why when the weather was like this, I thought, okay, be it pub and cinema, I am wearing fresh fucking... It feels like I've got nothing on. I can feel the net inside tickling my winky. I have boxes on as well. I was debating not putting boxes on, but even for being a fat cunt half the time, these are still too big. And when I walk with it untied, it ends up doing that, and nobody wants to see my fat minging ass.
No.
Fucking thinking. So I was like, and obviously, if as much as this material does make me sweat, I don't know if this material is made to make people sweat, because you're supposed to sweat when you're running about. So I don't know if it's made this way for the players to sweat.
Do you know?
I don't know.
Is it not supposed to help you breathe?
Some shit like that, yeah. Fuck knows. But I thought...
That's it. Air already. So yeah,
I didn't even know it said air already.
So yeah, it's supposed to help you breathe, help your body breathe, but obviously not in your case.
It's just like, we've not dealt with this. We tested it on normal sized people. This fat fuck's different. But yeah, I just wanted to be nice and loose and fresh.
I'm loose.
No, you are loose. The idea of putting my testicles in jeans in this heat, though, I could feel them being like.
That's it. I don't get sweaty bollocks.
Everything gets when the weather's above a degree. I start sweating. We'll end it there anyway. Visual screen. Have a nice little walk down to the Butcher Gate and go to the pub. And whatever we rambled on about. Is there a Leviathan coming? No, it does. Go check out the picture because it does look snaky, dragony, but it's not coming. And whatever else we chat about. Don't watch that Porygon episode if you. I don't even know if you can find that anymore.
I don't know.
I think it's probably fine. But anyway, visual, thank you for listening. Most keeping you, keep on keeping on.
Yes. Why is there a tie? Yes.
Why is it? Oh, it's Thingy's new school.
Oh, okay. Fair I don't really have a saying for this one, so.
Well, you told last time. You told people not to die.
Not to die. So. Let's do the opposite. No, I'm not.
Mass genocide. Everybody, genocide.
Just. Yeah, love you, bye.